having myself a little margarita. I know, I know, I know. I'm not supposed to do it. They tell me not to. But there's a lot of lime in here. I'm not very popular with tequila. It really does nothing for me. But it's helping me clear up. It is. And of course, I mean, this platter is so delicious. You know, it's fajitas with taco, refried beans, rice and salad. You know, very Spanish. Uh, I mean, I feel like I'm south of the border. I'm in Harrisburg, which is a section outside of Houston. But if I go further down, uh, south of Harrisburg, you're heading towards the country of Mexico. Yeah, Mexico is only 2 hours away from us. No, from me. Uh, 2 hours by flight. By flight. It's 8 hours by car. So but we take the train. And let me tell you, you see the change. There's more Hispanics. The layout of Harrisburg, it's not English. It's not British. It is strictly Spanish. I mean, there are parts of Harrisburg that look so Spanish. And I'm talking Spanish like Castilla, you know? Uh, I've been to Mexico City and several other cities in Mexico. And I had to make myself sure that the rotunda here in Harrisburg resembles that of Mexico City. And in Houston, where I live, there are no palm trees. Here you see the palm trees, and they're very similar to the ones I've seen in Mexico City. I mean, it was a real delight, a true delight. Because I use a lot of lime. It sounds bad. No, it doesn't sound bad, but the lungs are restricting. They're restricting. You gotta do some breathing exercises and drink water. And it collects, you hear and they go, and it comes out. And it feels so much better. See, I know how to clean my lungs. There's a way to do it. And breathing, mechanisms of breathing, and the control of the diaphragm is very important. That's why I don't take meds. That's why I don't take meds. I know how to jumpstart the healing process of my own body. Well, I have no business calling myself a shaman, but that is what it's supposed to do. um, I have another book for you. I have another book for you. I love you, collective. You always take care of me. I take care of you. This book, I want you to buy this book. Okay? I think I'm gonna. This is a watermelon. I think I'm gonna mango with an extra shot of tequila. It's almost. It feels like a waste of money because it does nothing for me. But the fact that I'm coughing like this and I normally don't means that it's doing its job. Later on, I just drink a lot of water, and the water itself gives the mucus viscosity. and pulls it out. Listen, I've had to deal with bronchitis, asthma, my whole life. I used to get bronchitis so bad that I would be hospitalized for weeks. Bronchitis is very dangerous. You can die from bronchitis. And as a child, I was chronically in and out of the hospital and developed asthma. I had no idea that it was the spells from auntie trying to kill me since very young. So much, so much is coming to the surface about my childhood, my past. And even my brother's still trying to murder me. It's coming out. I don't know what the tequila does to the lungs, but I know what whiskey, scotch does. Brown rum. It really cleans it out. It does. It really does. It's amazing. And then of course I drink my water. I had to stop smoking weed and cigarettes. I mean, then not like I'm a chronic smoker like that, but I had to completely stop to allow the lungs to bounce back. There's a phase of healing in which you can't be doing anything, not even alcohol. But I'm a shaman. It depends what type of alcohol you consume. Not all alcohol is the same. And for me, and in my culture as a Dominican, we like to use scotch and whiskey with honey, lime, Tabasco, and that cleans the lungs. Oh yeah, my grandmother's recipe. Before I begin the reading, let me ask for another one. Oh, they're delicious. They're delicious. I'm at the La Cantina, and I tell you, it's like being in downtown rural Mexico. The atmosphere does not feel like I'm in Houston at all. It feels very, very indigenous, country, but Mexican. And I like it. I like it. The people that be coming out, the people are more kind-hearted, humane, they're very warm. It's not like the impersonal, rude nature of downtown Houston. hmm Listen, I'm doing so much better. You gotta live your best life. You only have one life to live at a time, and you better make every second count. Yes, sometimes I do get a little lonely, a little sad because I'm here by myself, alone. And but I don't stay there too long. I ask myself, why do I still feel this void and loneliness? And it really does. Some of you have told me, Uncle Fernando, leave Houston. No. Some have told me to move back to New York. I'm like, I love my cubs. They're so young. You don't understand that if I'm lonely and depressed here, I'll be lonely and depressed anywhere I go. Because you carry that with you. It's a choice. Now, I've been through a lot. You all know that. I've been through a lot of losses, you know. And what I have learned from that is that it makes me better, stronger. Because it's not like it's my first experience going through this. I'm going to have people close to me abandon me, leave me, die, and I go right back to being a loner. There was a show, a TV series in the 80s called Knight Rider. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Knight Rider. The car was his friend, spoke to him because he could never have a relationship, and at the end of the series, he drove off into the sunset by himself. And I used to feel sorry for him. I mean, my guy, I forgot the name of the actor, white dude, very handsome. And I would like tell my parents, "Oh, how come you don't have a girlfriend? I mean, he has that, he wore the leather, and he looked like a bad boy, and women like bad boys. He was sexy. He had a car. He had money. Uh, but the series never gave him a relationship with a woman. Never. His relationship was with that car, and it seemed like he was at peace being alone. I see myself as that night rider. I found it very glamorous when I was young watching that, but I never imagined that I would live it in real life 20 years later. And but then again, it's a sacrifice. You gotta give up something to obtain something. At least I have my health. Look what the situation with my teeth, and I broke another tooth now because they're still throwing death flowers, still throwing death flowers. So that's it. But I'm completely protected. Health is wealth. So I'm very grateful for that. Because you give me great health, I will take care of the rest. And that's how you have to think, collective. You have to think that. I don't believe that God is going to rescue you. If He didn't rescue Jesus on the cross, He's not going to rescue you. You have to do that yourself. Yeah? And it could be a bitter lesson. Bitter. Because you really feel alone. I can imagine Jesus dying on the cross. Father, Father, why have thou forsaken me? Oh my God, I was in tears. And God didn't respond to him, and he died on that cross. So if that can happen to Jesus, what prospects do we have? And when you look at it that way, you realize that salvation is a personal commitment to self. If you love yourself, you will rescue you from you if necessary. And don't wait for somebody to rescue you. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen that way. You have to be really connected to the God or the Christ within you, and let that be the agency that will rescue you. Sure. Absolutely. I'm calling her now to do another one. Yeah. Could I have a mango one? It was very good. I had a sandía.
Okay.
I would like the mango.
Ahora quieres una mango.
Sí. The taco is cheese and ground beef. I know I should not have. Estoy haciendo un video, ajá.
Okay.
Ajá. Él está recomendando este restaurante.
Ah, qué bueno.
Ellos saben que a mí me encanta la comida mexicana.
Qué bueno.
Yo viví en México por varios tiempos.
¿En México?
Sí. La ciudad México, el Distrito Federal, Veracruz y Guadalajara.
Okay.
Me gusta Guadalajara. My God, qué belleza esa ciudad. En una montaña.
Sí, dicen que estaba muy bonito.
Sí, ustedes tienen un país bien bonito.
Yo no conozco ahí.
¿Usted no es mexicano?
No.
Ay, mira, tiene el mismo cuaje. I'm telling her that I love Mexico.
¿Cómo?
Usted tiene el cuaje, como el class. ¿Dónde es usted?
De Colombia.
She's from Colombia, pero a mí me encanta Colombia también. Colombia no se queda atrás.
Todos los países tienen su encanto.
Yeah, oh my God. She said that all the countries have their charm, and it's true. Colombia, I love Colombia too. Very nice, and the food and the music. Oh, mira,
Las culturas son muy diferentes, pero las dos son espectaculares. Ya la comida de México
Ajá.
es completamente diferente a la de Colombia, pero las dos tienen su toque especial.
Pero en el mismo lado de la moneda, porque son países colonizados por los españoles, hay una fábrica que corre entre ellos dos, que se puede ver y sentir el amor hispano, no importa si es Colombia o México, porque fueron, ya.
Los mexicanos con los colombianos pienso que nos la llevamos muy bien.
Sí, de verdad que sí. Pues el colombiano no es fácil. Yeah, she's saying that the Spanish is, the Colombian, Mexican, Venezuela, Argentina, the Spanish countries, but they have their own flavor. Gracias. I know, yo se lo enseño. ¿Cómo se llama este restaurante?
El Charro Mexican Bar and Grill.
El Charro Mexican Bar and Grill. Y está en Harrisburg. Tienen que venir a disfrutar. So yes, you have to live your best life. You have to. Because if you sit and wait for success, it will never come. You have to create it. You have to create it. And you have to be really sure within your own constitution that this is the best choice of action. Oh my God. Before I begin to read, that this cheese enchilada is wicked. I'm not supposed to eat cheese. Cheese can congest you. So if you're already having lung issues, you shouldn't be eating cheese. But it's like I'm in Mexico. And it tastes so good. I didn't see that before. Now, before I begin with the collective read, many of you are witchy poo. Yeah, you know you are. You're witchy poo. Nothing wrong with that. There's so many books on witchcraft. I wanted to find one that's less intimidating, easy to read, and easy to monitor tangible results. I've used every spell on this book. Every spell I've used. So Uncle Fernando recommends it because I've used it. And I used it 20 years ago. It says a modern witch's grimoire of drinkable spells. Now, grimoire, that word. So, this is not a toy. You will be invoking entities and deities that are not of this realm, but they can be used to give us some secrets. This is earth magic. It's a very good book. Yeah. So it's a very good book. I've used it for over 30 years, and I know all the primary spells and books on witchcraft that there is. This is like the kitchen witch. Very Virgo. Mhm. 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 There's a lot here, and it's not that expensive. Anaïs Alexandre, French, wrote it. I want you to get it because I don't go to the doctors. I don't go to doctors. I'm a shaman. I'm already a medicine man, and I use the natural herbs of nature to heal my body. I work with many doctors because they don't have the time or energy, and some of them are kind of like a little prejudiced. They don't believe in this kind of stuff. But listen, that's okay. Their method of medicine is useful for some, maybe not for everybody. I like working with nature. Right here, teas, brews, potions. You know, I have other books on botany and plant life to use for healing that it's far more complex that you cannot handle if you're not an issue. Those books I'm gonna keep from you because you're not ready. But this is good. This is workable, and you're gonna feel the results. Let's read again. Daddy, let me put the header. It's crazy. That's so crazy. I'm good, thank you. Thank you. Like I said, sometimes it does get a little lonely. No, I don't have a partner, and my business partner left to Alabama, and I've been approached by private deals and endorsements, so I'll be making a lot of money. But money is not what makes me happy. It never has. About connecting with people. That's why I love to travel. My Mars is Sag, and I gotta tell you, I was presented the opportunity to be a speaker in Portland, Oregon, on the subject of astrology and spirituality. Yeah? What I used to do before this nightmare happened is coming back. So I will be in Portland, Oregon at some point in April. I'm gonna let you know all the details. I'm not gonna discuss it beforehand because the apps are here, are watching and listening. And the money is good. The money is good. It's good. So I'm happy that that's coming back around. So that's good. And guys, you you did this. You did this. I could not have survived this phase of personal transformation without you. And with my millions, I'm going to do something for you. I don't know what yet, but you have to be compensated because you guys saved my life when so many try to take it and still are trying to. Uh, and the universe did tell me that it was supposed to happen that way so the collective can connect emotionally with me and I with you. And you know your uncle. I am brutally honest about who I am I don't hide anything. You know everything about me because I make everything about me public. I don't let you know how I jerk off in the bed, but if I have to do that, I will do that when I do Kundalini work. I'm very open and authentic because I think that's the best way towards Godity. It is. But I also realize that it takes courage. It takes a lot of courage to be your authentic self because there's so much around you that don't want that to happen because they feel wounded or incapacitated for them to be able to be like that. So they'll try to stop somebody. Please, sex, masturbation is all part of life. That's all part of life. You see monkeys do it. Orangutans do it. And they don't care who you are. They do it right there, jerk off right there right in front of you. No, we are no different. No, it's about being happy about who you are. When you look in the mirror, you have to love what you see and the energy is reflecting back to you. Listen, call me a narcissist, but I love what I see in the mirror when I look at me. I know I'm a cutie, and someone like me with my looks is very rare. And I give that value, and I honor that because it's a different type of beauty, you know. And I'm really very humble with it, as you should be too, today. Ain't this delicious? This is the mango. I had the watermelon. Yes, I know they get probably mad at me. So they're like, we told you you're not going to drink these things anymore. Okay. It took a little time to weed it out. I just can't stop a cold turkey. Who wants to do that? It's so boring. They get mad. They're like, well, that's why you're not hungry because you're still drinking. I don't drink like that, but I've never been someone that's like an eater. I've never been that's my Mercury on the ascendant. I'm like a Gemini that way. My body is very lean, very slender, and I'm really not given to appetite. Never have been that way. Hmm. I had an extra shot of tequila, and it calmed down the spasms. It did. You guys are gonna like this book. Okay. Let's see what's going on with the collective. Even though the ops always come out. But there's so much going on, especially in the court. I'm telling you, it's like a soap opera, separate. It's crazy. I found a good identity theft lawyer. He charges like $1,000 an hour, but he knows that I have a lot of money coming to me in the millions. So they're trying to restore my inheritance, my property, and uh, he's going to try to eradicate the PPP loans that were taken in my name and the company's name, and then write a letter of reprieve to the state of Texas to reestablish and reinstate my LLC. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. I can't fully run the school until these legalities are taken care of. All right. Oh, they tried to destroy me completely, completely. And I told my op, fuck you, motherfuckers. You got the right one. I ain't going nowhere, and I still have my empire. And I'm gonna be there when they throw the final dust into your grave. I don't know, I get very dramatic about that. Okay, collective. Uh-huh. Cunning. Someone is very cunning, conniving. You could be a cunt and be cunning all you want. You're not going to win here. They're not gonna win against you, collective. Fuck it. But don't retaliate though, because that's what they want. Don't do that. I express myself like that to you, but behind closed doors, I pray for them. Uh-huh. Look what it says there. Lottery winner. Many of you want some good money, and someone blocked this and took it from you. This always comes out. Lottery winner. They pretended to be you, falsified documents, and they went to the lottery commission and took your money. And they have to pay it back. They have to pay it back. Look, I secretly follow you. You're being gangsta. Someone is very obsessive. And I'm getting the Taurus energy. And the Scorpio. They're trying to attack you to the astral. But it came out in the reverse. They can't do that. They can't do that. Uh-huh. You are too good looking. You see? You are too good looking. They hate your devilish, boyish, sexy good looks. I've had to deal with that my whole life. My whole life. And many of you do too, collective. Because I don't look my age at all. But of course I don't look my age. I'm a witch, a high priest. I know the secrets of the fountains of youth. I'm never gonna look old. And it's not just my face, my whole body. Mhm. Mhm. Many of you were sexually molested as a child. I know I was. Some of you, not all of you, there's a reason why that came out. Mhm. This reading is pulling a lot of energy. So I have to eat while I read. And I rarely do that. Someone is walking away. You have to walk away. What else are you going to do? You're not going to win. Collective, you know that. We try to let him know. The ghost of the past is coming back. Let me tell you what this is. These people, and I'm talking about the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the King of Wands, Taurus and Virgo, the anti-hero, my brother and my ex. It may be different from some of you, not all of you. They thought they got away with killing people. And taking their energy, their destiny. I told you that some of these people that were killed came to me and told me, especially the girl that spoke to me while I was at Madeline's house. I didn't see her again, but I left Madeline, right? So I didn't become next in line. They're gonna find her remains. And I'm gonna help law enforcement do this if they ever reach out to me. This woman, Taurus, is responsible for 50 murders. This person is a serial killer. Muy bien. I know it's hard to believe. This is why many of you collectors and myself were chosen to put a stop to this. And it's already happening. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. Many of you were used by the universe as decoys, as bait and switch. These people are not respected what they've done. Sleeping with your own son, incest, taboo, taboo sex. because they got demonic attachments that are just horrible, demoralizing towards humans. We're going to end here. The energy is very strong. It is. But it's all about money. It's all about money. And somebody took a lot of money from you, collective. A lot of money. And spend a lot of money to do spells to try to destroy. And if you wasn't awakened before, you are now. This type of experience does change. It does change. You're not the same person again. I'm certainly not. And I lost my entire family. Entire family. No family for me to go back to. Or relationship. I gotta go at it alone and develop my own foundation alone. But that is the Aryan way. Guys, please donate. Please give. So we can continue to have these videos. 281-690-8825 or CashApp. FERNA number 5 NDO. And you can always call for a birth chart or a personal reading. Make sure you look at the description box to know the prices so you're not embarrassed if you cannot afford to pay. Guys, I hope this helps somebody.